One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them. Wow. Those words, they just instantly transport you, don't they?
They really do. Chills every time.
Welcome, everyone, to this deep dive. Today, we're tackling J.R.R. Tolkien's monumental work, The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and we're not just looking at it as, just a fantasy story. It's much more.
Exactly. It's really a mythology. I mean, it feels like the foundation for almost every fantasy story that came after it.
That's spot on. And our mission today, really, is to unpack why. Why is The Lord of the Rings considered one of the most important books ever written?
So we'll dig into the key elements, right? The themes, the impact.
Yeah, the lasting impact. We want to give you a really comprehensive understanding of it all.
And you can't talk about it without talking about the creator, J.R.R. Tolkien. A philologist, someone who studies language, words, their history, and an Oxford professor.
Which is so key to understanding the depth.
Right. He didn't just, write a novel. He built an entire world. It's staggering.
And it came out in those 3 volumes, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, The Return of the King. What was it, 54 and 55?
Yeah, mid-50s. So let's step into that world, Middle-earth.
Okay, so picture this. A rich, mythic world. You've got hobbits, elves, dwarves, men.
And of course, the dark forces looming.
Always the dark forces. The main conflict is pretty clear.
Right.
The Dark Lord Sauron. He's desperately trying to get back the One Ring.
The ring to rule them all.
Exactly, to conquer everything. And this huge, seemingly impossible task, destroying the ring in Mount Doom. It falls to Frodo Baggins, a hobbit, a very unassuming figure.
Which is part of the genius, I think. But what makes Middle-earth feel so, real? It's not just description, is it?
No, not at all. It's the sheer depth. Tolkien, he believed in it. He poured everything into it.
Like the invented languages.
Yeah.
Elvish, Dwarvish.
Yes. He often started with the language, didn't he? And then built the people, the culture around it.
It's like the stories grew out of the words themselves. And the maps. So detailed.
Oh, the maps are incredible. And the histories, the songs, the family trees, going back thousands of years.
You see glimpses in the Silmarillion, but LOTR brings it all alive.
It really does. And that meticulous detail, that dedication, that's why people call it a masterclass in world building. There's really nothing quite like it.
And yeah, there's magic, obviously. Gandalf, the ring.
Sure, magic's there. But what's really striking, I think, is that the story isn't just about magic.
No, it's about the people, the characters.
Exactly. It's profoundly about character, about the choices they make under pressure, their endurance.
That's where it hooks you, isn't it? The personal journeys.
Definitely. That's the heart.
Okay, let's talk characters then. Frodo Baggins, the unlikely hero.
Yeah.
He's carrying this immense burden, the ring's temptation. You mentioned heroism being costly. How does Tolkien show that cost? It feels like more than just, getting hurt in a fight.
Oh, absolutely. That's such a critical point. With Frodo, Tolkien shows heroism isn't just about the big flashy moments. It's the quiet internal struggle, the agony.
The psychological toll.
Yes, exactly. The burden that lingers even after the quest is technically over. It's how carrying that evil, that temptation, subtly erodes him. It's not just physical scars.
It feels much more real somehow. That victory doesn't just wipe the slate clean.
Precisely. It's a very profound take on what heroism actually costs.
And then you have Samwise Gamgee, Sam.
Ah, Sam. Loyalty, courage, just pure, unshakable goodness, really.
Their friendship, Frodo and Sam's bond, for so many people, that is the story.
It's the emotional anchor, absolutely. But then there are others too, right? Gandalf, the wise guy, the mentor figure.
And Aragorn.
Yeah.
His journey is incredible, from ranger, kind of in the shadows, to king.
A huge arc. And you can't forget Gollum.
Oh, Gollum.
Yeah.
So tragic. Utterly corrupted by the ring.
A fascinating, pitiable creature. So what does it do for the story, having each character embody such different strengths and weaknesses?
Oh, it adds layers, doesn't it? It adds immense symbolic weight.
How so? Like comparing Frodo and Sam, for instance.
Yeah. Right. Frodo has the big, epic burden, the almost cosmic destiny, this agonizing internal fight with the ring's power. While Sam represents that everyday courage, the loyalty, just deciding to be there to help his friend no matter what. It's a different kind of strength.
It really is. And Gandalf brings the wisdom, the sort of spiritual guidance. Aragorn is about leadership, legacy, accepting that responsibility.
Yeah, and Gollum shows the ultimate consequence of giving in to that power.
So each struggle, each triumph, it illuminates something different about Well, about being alive, whether you're human, hobbit, or elf.
Makes the themes universal, even in this fantastical setting.
Exactly. So let's pivot to those themes and the symbolism. Because they're not just plot points, are they? They're like the moral compass.
Definitely. Power and corruption is huge. We see it so clearly with the ring. But how does Tolkien make that corruption feel sneakier than just brute force?
That's a great way to put it, sneaky. Because the ring isn't just about commanding armies, it's seduction.
Seduction, how do you mean?
Well, it promises you things. It promises to amplify your own desires, even your noble ones. It tells you it can help you achieve your goals.
Ah, so it twists your intentions.
Precisely. It doesn't just make you evil overnight. It convinces you that the bad things you're doing are justified, necessary even, for the greater good.
That's much scarier, that psychological manipulation.
It is, and that ties right into another key theme, hope and despair. That idea that light shines brightest in the absolute darkest moments.
Which you see constantly, and courage and friendship, obviously. Sam and Frodo again.
The ultimate example.
But there's also that whole tension between destiny, or fate, and free will. Frodo's journey embodies that struggle, doesn't it? Was he chosen? Or did he choose?
It's a constant question throughout. And sacrifice, of course. It's fundamental. People giving up so much.
And it's not just the main players. You mentioned the different races, elves, men, hobbits, dwarves, even orcs. They all seem to represent different cultures, maybe different ideologies.
Absolutely. Each with their own flaws, their own strengths. It adds this incredible texture to the world and its symbolism. It feels like a real, complex place.
So, okay, strengths of the books.
Yeah.
Clearly, that immersive world, the deep lore, you can just get lost in it.
Completely lost. And the themes we just talked about, courage, sacrifice, loyalty, they resonate so deeply, they feel timeless.
Well, lessons for any age, really.
For sure. But let's be honest, it's not always an easy read, is it?
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
You hear people talk about the dense prose sometimes.
Right. And the pacing can be slow, particularly those long travel sections. Lots of walking.
Huh. Yes, lots of descriptions of landscapes, journeys.
Yeah.
It can be a hurdle for some readers, can't it?
It can. It's probably not the best fit if you're looking for, light fantasy with constant action.
So who is it for then? Or maybe how can someone approach it to appreciate that slower pace?
Well, I think if you appreciate literary depth, if you enjoy the journey itself as much as reaching the end, then those elements become strengths.
So the slow pace lets you really soak in the world.
Exactly. It mirrors how long and hard the character's own journey is. It asks for patience, yeah. But the reward is this incredible richness, this atmosphere you just don't get elsewhere.
I agree. If you stick with it, it really can change how you see stories.
You come out changed, absolutely.
And its impact is just staggering. The Lord of the Rings didn't just tell a great story. It basically created the template for modern fantasy.
It absolutely shaped the genre. You can draw a direct line from Tolkien to so much of what came after.
Like no Tolkien, maybe no Harry Potter, no Game of Thrones.
Or The Witcher, or even games like Elden Ring. It's foundational. The DNA is there.
That idea of a deep historical world, epic quests, moral choices.
Yes, its moral compass, the sheer scale of it, the emotional weight. It continues to inspire movies, games, artists, writers, readers all over the world. It's a blueprint.
So who should pick it up if you haven't read it yet?
Oh, if you love deep stories, complex worlds, high emotional stakes, it's a must-read.
Fans of fantasy, obviously. Mythology, maybe.
Definitely. Or even if you're just interested in exploring themes like leadership, loyalty, corruption, hope. It's all in there.
I remember reading it as a teenager. Like you said, getting lost in it, trying to draw the maps. What's maybe an unexpected way its influence shows up today, besides the obvious fantasy tropes?
That's interesting. I think maybe it's the subtle things. Like, Tolkien really cemented the idea that a fully realized history and geography weren't just background dressing, but integral to the story's power.
Right, making the world itself almost a character.
Exactly. You see that everywhere now, from complex video game lore to tabletop RPGs. He also championed the ordinary hero, right? The Hobbit, the small person thrust into huge events.
Frodo and Sam again.
Yeah. That idea that heroism isn't just for kings and wizards, it's become such a staple, showing that courage can come from unexpected places.
So wrapping up, The Lord of the Rings, it's a literary masterpiece, isn't it? It transports you, it challenges you.
And it transforms you. It really is a journey worth taking. That moment with Sam carrying Frodo up Mount Doom, that just perfectly captures that hope and despair theme. It sticks with you.
It really does. So, for you listening, what stands out most from this deep dive? Is it that incredible loyalty between Frodo and Sam? the wisdom of Gandalf, or just the mind-blowing depth of Middle-earth itself.
Lots to think about.
Definitely. We hope this exploration leaves you pondering the personal meaning you find in such a truly grand story.